morning, everybody. It's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. I have Moses and Bailey here. I saw them hiding out in their grasses, and I thought I'd get you a good shot of them, but of course they dispersed the moment I walked over. Good morning, Nor. Good morning, Deb. Let's see if we can get a photo of Bailey here. Hi, this is Bailey Bobcat. Morning, Susan. Got a little bit later of a start today. I was chatting with Catherine, getting some updates because I know you guys will have questions about Hoover and Alpha and all of them. So got a little bit later of a start. These elusive bobcats. I think that might be all we're getting out of these two. That's Moses back there. Morning, Tanya. Try one more time and then we'll move on. Here's Moses. Hi, bud. Hi. Hi, gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous boy. Morning, Sandy. There goes Bailey. Morning, Judy. Hi, Kathy. Bailey's being kind of playful. Morning, Karen. Yep, I'm here Monday through Thursday is usually the days I try to go live in the mornings, weather permitting, and if they don't need me as a volunteer, which lucky for them today, there were a lot of volunteers that came in. Thursdays are the day we're closed to the public, so we use those kinds of days to get a lot of projects done. Morning, Leanne. Today will be a project day. Morning, Mary. Mary was here all day yesterday working hard for the cats. Here's my small girl. I can't walk by you. Ow. Making her little squeaks. We might come back to her, but I figured we'd go see Frankie. Don't think we've checked in with Frankie this week. What do you think, little girl? Hi, Sonia. Hi, Marianne. This is Smalls Bobcat. Cutie pie. Yep, it is breakfast time here at the sanctuary, so everybody's waiting on breakfast. Here's Mr. Apollo. Morning, Cheryl. Hi, Apollo. Yeah. He's become so talkative to me in the mornings. I know. I used to just get a big puff and a kind of a hiss. Oh, one can pee. Yeah. I know. I know. This is Apollo. He's a Siberian lynx. He was born in 1997, so he is an old man. Yeah. I know. Alright, let's go see Frankie real quick and then we'll come back through. Today is Kali Tiger's 4-year anniversary for her arrival at Big Cat Rescue. Good morning, Cynthia. So I'm hoping to also make it out to see her. We might see some little cats here and then end with Kali out there. And Frankie. Good morning, Kate. Hi, Frank. Hi, sir. See, I know the drill. So those of you that are brand new to us, this is Frankie. He's a bobcat. The little box that he was just in, that's on the outside of his larger enclosure that goes all the way down there. It also goes all the way over here. We refer to this little box here as a feeding lockout. That's where they get breakfast every day. So that's actually a happy place for them. He has 2 of them.
so he likes to go back and forth to see which one they're gonna feed him in. Loud noise you hear is the crew from the hotel that was just built are fixing our road, Easy Street. So it's gonna be kind of loud over here. Oh, Frankie's not that interested today. Frank! Of course, it might be that noise. And Blake, we are in Tampa, Florida. We are Big Cat Rescue. I keep seeing people ask about baby cakes. To my knowledge, he's doing well. I believe Afton said she just hasn't reset his camera. We've had a lot of electrical storms here lately. We lose the internet and power pretty often. Good morning, Becky. Frank! I don't know if they're paving it or if they're just filling in all the massive potholes that formed after they were building the hotel. Yeah, the den there for Frankie is his new favorite place. So right over that wall is the entrance and where Easy Street is, and they're working on that, so that's what that noise is. That's the enrichment cabin. If you come on a keeper tour here, you'll go in that building and help make enrichment. Alpha is doing much better today. Catherine said that she gave her a nice little hiss this morning. She has enough strength and energy to crawl up onto her scratching post and sleep on top of it. No, Caitlin, we did not get a cub last week. We don't usually get cubs here. We rescue the old and weary. Hi, Mr. Man. This is Apollo again. But Catherine did say that Alpha, our newest bobcat that's in our rehab program, is doing better today, showing improvement. And you guys asked about Apollo and if he has arthritis. Well, if you times his age, which is about 21, by 6, that puts him well over 100 years old in human years. So I'd say he's got some ailments, but he's actually pretty good for his age. We do not have a set date on the new tigers coming from Guatemala because that process can take a very long time. It's well over a year waiting for Hoover to arrive, so they say maybe 4 months or so, but you can't really put that in stone. I don't see Running Bear out. Let's go see Gilligan. I don't think we've talked to Gilligan this week. Thank you, Paula, for your donation. Gilly! Hi, bud! Hi, sir. Thank you, Sonia, for your donation. Hi! I'm excited for their arrival, but I'm definitely not getting too excited because, again, it could be a long waiting game. All right, buddy. Mr. Gill. Hi. Hi, sweetie pie. I didn't bring treats. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, did someone else come with you that brought the food? What do you think? Well, thank you, Mirza, for your donation. What are you doing? Hi. Kate, Cameron's fine. Breakfast is usually served between 8 and 9. Depends on when the volunteers get all of the lockouts closed and cats separated for feeding. Any cats that do live here together are separated at feeding time. He does have the cutest tail. The best way you can tell a lynx and a bobcat apart is actually their tail. A lynx tail looks like it was dipped in black ink, whereas, there you go, they disappeared. Whereas a bobcat tail has a white stripe on the bottom. It's your best way to tell the difference. Let me look at you one more time, sir. We'll go see if your neighbor's home.
Yeah. Yep, Gilligan is a Canadian lynx. A lot of lynxes are bred for their fur, unfortunately. Thank you, Carol, for your donation. Yeah, Hoover eating last night was the talk of the town this morning. We'd been discussing that. Here's Skipper. I used to have the only success. Oh, well, that leaf is gonna not be helpful. Let's try this side. Hi. I know. This is Skipper. He's also a Canadian lynx. Oh. What? And Gilligan's starting to talk because I walked away from him. Gilly! What's the matter? Oh, buddy. Don't want you to look scared. Maybe we'll come down here. Everybody's waiting on breakfast. Gilly! It's making half little coo noises over there. But yeah, the only success I ever had when feeding Hoover was to drop the food in his lockout and leave for a little while and assure him that nothing was gonna happen. I wasn't trying to trick him or anything. So after we had to get him into a transport to move him to Tiger Lake, he went right back to that mentality where he'd rather be left alone, and we're totally gonna respect that. So they put in a new feeding block and an extra bowl of water out in his open air section. And he's been doing good. He ate 5 pounds overnight. He's taken his meds. If you guys are just joining, this is Skipper, a Canadian lynx at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. We did start this live feed out. We were trying to see Moses and Bailey. We saw Apollo and Frankie. Well, I hope you have a good day, Sonia. Here's Loki. Hi, Loki. Oh, are you gonna go away? Don't go away, cutie pie. I think Loki's actually one of my favorite cats here to photograph. He has such a pretty enclosure with all of his ferns. He's got such a cool tail. He is definitely elusive and shy, a little bit aggressive. He's a great hunter. He's always chasing lizards. You can learn Loki's story at bigcatrescue.org/Loki. That's L-O-K-I. Ginger, not really. I mean, he eats fine. He'll come up and actually take treats off of a stick. I think there's a couple keepers he likes. But for the most part, he just hides a whole lot. I bet he's really active at night. Yeah, if you guys ever want to check in on Hoover or many of our other cats here, we've got a lot of live cams that you can watch pretty much 24/7. Go to bigcatcams.com. Caitlin, when Loki was turned over, he was listed as a Savannah Cat. But a few of us kind of think he might be more of a Bengal. That's the hardest part about rescues, is there's always a lot of false, weird information. Half the time you don't actually know their real birth date. It'd be impossible for you to figure out bloodlines with all of the rapid breeding and inbreeding. But we have kept him classified as our Savannahs. We have several Savannahs. They all look different. There he goes. He's really taken to that platform finally, which I've loved. You come out and he's all the way up. He's even got a big shelf up top there. Yeah. All right, that's my cue. He's done with us. Let's head back over. Thinking maybe we'll go check on Nabisco and Simba. Camera traps are great, but the problem is they use a ton of data. Like, you basically fill an SD card within the first few hours, and then it's just
hours of footage where you might not really even see anything unless it's the kind where it's triggered by movement, but then that just snaps photos usually, or very small snippets.
It's Gilligan again. You gonna talk when I go away? Probably. Probably. Let's go see Simba. Bye, Gilly.
Yep, if you guys are new to us, our main website is bigcatrescue.org. We are located in Tampa, Florida. We are open to the public for guided tours. You can hear Smalls making some noises. Sorry, I'm fumbling with the gate. We have not found an official cause for Nabisco seizures, no, unfortunately. Nala's doing well.
Hi, little girl. Hi. No. Don't pee on me. Hi. Hi, Pumpkin.
This is Smalls. We had a little drive-by of her earlier. She's also a bobcat.
Meow. She's being very talkative this morning.
See if she gets her morning zoomies.
Where are you going? She loves her lockout too. See, that's where breakfast comes.
Her stump, yes, so this is what's left of it at the moment. See, she's done quite a number on it, those nails and teeth. It is still there, but she did get an awesome new platform that you can see over there, as well as the ramp that goes to top of her den there.
Oh, I've got so much to say today. Let's go see Nabisco. And I see Mrs. Good morning, Jamie.
Sorry if I'm missing any of your guys' questions. I do try to go back and reach out to you afterward. Just a matter of me watching the cat or not falling.
Hi, Mrs. What you doing? You've been playing with your water bowl again, I see.
Mrs. and Nabisco used to pull their water bowls out of their lockout and play with them. So we had to actually bolt down some of their water bowls. And at the time we weren't sure which one of them was doing it, but they both are doing it. Yes, all of these smaller cats do have roofs on their enclosures. We have some of our larger cats that are not climbers.
Hi, sir. No, you keep that foot in there. This is Nabisco.
Some of our larger cats do have open air sections, but they also have roof sections, protect them from storms or any other issues.
So you can see Nabisco is out. Thank you, Jamie, for your donation. Oh, they hear the feeding carts, so it's the best time of the day.
Let me see here.
Here's Simba. Hi, sweetness. Yeah, hi. Hi, cutie pie. Hi, cutie pie.
If you want to learn the ages and the backstories of all these cats you're seeing, go to bigcatrescue.org/catbio after this feed. Simba is also a Savannah cat. And Simba, Mrs. Claus, and Nabisco have all become cute little friends. They chase each other up and down the sides of their enclosures. They're quite chatty with each other.
You're so happy, huh?
Simba really has blossomed, Ginger, you're right. He's at a really good weight. He's eating a full raw meat diet now. His eyes are nice and bright and clear and beautiful. From day one, he's always enjoyed like the grasses and the dirt and chasing lizards and things like that, but now he really loves this den. He likes his neighbors.
done good. The cat you hear in the background is King Tut, also a Savannah cat. Isn't he beautiful? He's got such a pretty pink nose. I know. You're a good boy. Yes.
You know who else I don't think we checked in with this week is Tiger Lily. So let's go see how she's doing. We'll see who we pass along the way. I already see Pharaoh. Pharaoh can't hide. He has 0 camouflage.
Stands out like a sore thumb, don't ya? This is Pharaoh.
Pharaoh is a serval that has leucism, which is a trait caused from inbreeding.
Hi. I know, you're smelling. Do I have the food? I don't have the food. I'm sorry. Sorry, cutie pie.
You can see he still has a serval spot on his neck, a little bit on his ears, and he's got some on his side as well.
Hey. See, nope, you didn't bring the food. You didn't bring the food. So handsome. Yep, everybody's waiting on breakfast.
I'm thinking about making a little page with some of the common questions. A lot of people want to know why I don't actually follow the feeders or the morning meds people. Here's Nala. Hopefully Diane's still watching. And the reason that I don't is because a lot of times the cats get really distracted by me standing there talking to you guys. And instead of eating their food, they get more interested in me. Also, the morning meds people are on a time schedule. They have to get the meds distributed so that the feeders can come out and feed on time. And there's a lot of training that goes on in the mornings, so I don't like to make the trainers or the trainees nervous. Good morning, Michelle. Yay, Diane, I'm glad you're still here. Good morning, Bella. If you guys are just joining, this is Nala Serval. She is what Pharaoh, who we just saw, should technically have looked like. We did start out with Moses and Bailey. We saw Frankie and Apollo, Gilligan, Skipper, and Loki. Which I do need to show you how cute this is.
I hear you.
You can see Gilligan has moved up on top of his platform over there.
Look how handsome you are. Hi, Gilly.
I love when he lays up there. He looks so grand. Good morning, Jessa. Yep, I do try to give you guys a variety. We have just under 70 cats on 67 acres, so it is not possible for me to show you every cat every day. But I do try to give everyone the attention that they deserve. So if we spoke with a cat earlier this week, it automatically posts on our Facebook page and our Wildcat Walkabout show channel. So if you want to see a cat, you can probably go back and rewatch some of those and you will see them. Saw a lot of the big cats earlier this week. There's Miss Lil. This is Tiger Lily. She is also a bobcat. Melanie, yes, Facebook's one of our biggest ways that we support these cats. We are a nonprofit.
Oh, good girl. She's like, did you bring the breakfast? Did you bring the breakfast? So she went right into lockout because she's ready for breakfast, but I didn't bring it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lil.
So you can see she has a lot of matting around her face. When they get a lot older like this, they do struggle to groom a little bit.
You got that attitude. I know. I know. You're a beautiful girl.
I have a special place in my heart for Tiger Lily. When my husband and I started volunteering out here, the very first cat to ever pass away while we were volunteers was her cage mate Levi, another bobcat. And it broke my heart knowing they'd lived together for such a long time, and now she was going to be alone. But I'll be totally honest with you, she has thrived, completely thrived being alone. Took a while, but she used to be kind of like Hoover. You had to drop the food and just leave and hope that she would eat it. You can see she's going back through her jungle over there. And now she'll come out for lockout to eat breakfast. She'll see where she's going. She'll do operant conditioning. She's just really come far. Unfortunately, no, she will not allow any keepers to brush her. Hi, lady. So some of our older cats, if they've been worked with for a long, long time, they'll build up enough trust to allow certain keepers to use a retractable scratcher. Because we are a no-touch facility, we do not do any touching here at all, unless it's a medical procedure. I know. All right, sweetie pie. She's on her prowl. You know who I do see is Dryden, her next door neighbor. Hi, Dryden. Dryden's also hanging out in lockout. I know. You're so fierce. You're very fierce. Well, very scary, I know. This is why I love the bobcats. They are fierce. They never lose that attitude. I know, sir. He's one of our younger bobcats, so you can see, but however, Tiger Lily is one of our oldest bobcats and has the same fierce attitude, so these guys are amazing. He does have a cage mate named Culona, who is probably the most elusive cat on property. She actually reminds me of Tiger Lily when I first started here. Very elusive. So we're not gonna pester, we're gonna move along here. So I think I will show you a couple more small cats and then we're gonna go out and say hi to Kali. Kali Tiger is celebrating her 4-year anniversary of being at Big Cat Rescue. So I wanna make sure she gets her little moment today. There's Sue and Lakota. Also very fierce bobcats. Michelle, the only news I have about Alpha, our newest bobcat in the rehab program, is that she is showing improvement. She has been eating. She's got a little bit more energy back. Here's Mr. Tut. We'll say hi to Tut before we go. Hi, Bridget! Sweetness. This is King Tut. It's also a Savannah Cat here. Hi, sweet pie. Oh. Yep, and as far as other updates, we know that Hoover has been eating when we leave food for him and then go far away. So he's eating fine and taking his meds. Cameron, same thing. A lot of people always ask about Cameron Lion. He is also eating from day to day. Let's see, Kristen just asked a good question. So we have just under 70 cats on 67 acres. Nope, King Tut is a boy. He's a little boy. Most of our rescues have either come from private owners, breeding pay-to-play schemes, Savannah cats making horrible pets and destroying homes and attacking people. There's a huge variety. We've also got Hoover, came from a circus in Peru because Peru actually outlawed that type of thing, something I wish the US would completely do. Yeah, and we're scheduled to get 3 more tigers sometime in the next handful of months from Guatemala because they also outlawed using animals in entertainment. Hi.
This is King Tut. He is a Savannah Cat.
So you guys got to see lots of Savannahs and Bobcats so far today. Got Nabisco eating breakfast over there in his little lockout. If you guys have any questions about our cages, you can always go to bigcatrescue.org/cages. We'll give you a nice little look into how everything is set up here. Sorry, I'm fumbling with the gate here. All right, so I'm gonna get back on a cart. If you guys asked any questions that I might have missed, this will be a good time to ask again. Should be able to see. Nope, we have a concrete wall surrounding our entire facility, so there's no risk of alligators. Here's my husband. Beep beep. Morning. Morning. All right, so we're gonna take a little shortcut through the center here. Yeah, we have a lot of cats. Almost all the cats spray in order to mark territory, and that is even including spraying their keepers. So a lot of people have been claimed by the Texas Tigers. And if I do miss any of your questions, I do always try to reach out to you after the fact. So rest assured, I will go through the comments and try to let you know some responses. I'll make sure Mark knows you all said hi. Andrea, we had Texas Tigers that were a trio. It was 3 siblings that came to us from Texas. Recently we did lose Arthur, who was 22 years old. But we still have Amanda and Andre. Thank you, Lydia, for your donation. So I want to come over and see Kali, but if she's not finished eating breakfast, I'm not going to distract her yet. We'll go see somebody else and come back to her. She could be over there grooming, but I'm not sure. Lake. Right over there is a bridge that is what separates Hoover and Seth from the lake itself. Here's my lady. We have just under 70 cats here at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Here's my baby girl. Hi, lady. Hi. This is Kali. What noise she just made is a tiger chuff. Hi. So today is her 4-year anniversary. Oh my goodness sakes. Yeah. It's 4-year anniversary, girl. Gorgeous, gorgeous girl. You can learn about Kali at bigcatrescue.org/Kali. Yeah, Kali actually kind of chose me. I did love her. She's, I believe, one of our biggest females. Beautiful girl. But as soon as I became a green shirt and started feeding and doing operant conditioning, which is like a training program where we use positive reinforcement, which is basically treats, to have them follow us and go into their lockout. It helps our vets get a up close look at them. It helps us to move them a lot easier if they need moved. As soon as I started that program, she just, even without food, she will just follow me anywhere. Sweet girl. I know. She is stunning. So it's her 4-year anniversary for being at Big Cat Rescue today. She's got some videos on her bio page that will show you about the day she arrived.
Hi, gorgeous.
And thank you, Deb, for posting the operant conditioning link. I think it's my favorite program we do here next to enrichment. Kali does like water. Tigers in general like water a lot more than any other cat. But she doesn't swim as much as she used to, but she does actually have 2 swimming pools in her enclosure.
Oh, goodness sakes. Putting that paw up there. Putting that paw up there. Cutie pie. Cutie pie.
Yeah, we have a very interesting story. We did start with the rescue of 56 bobcats and kittens from fur farms. And it evolved from there. If anyone wants to post the link to how we got started, it's a very, very interesting, cool story. So Kali already had breakfast, which is why she is ready to just sleep the day away. They'll sleep for up to 20 hours a day. So I know we got a lot of questioning the last few days in our live feeds. I don't know if it's one big group all posting together or if it's just an actual concern from people, but a lot of people are curious about our cage sizes, and you can find those at bigcatrescue.org/cages. Yeah, but also everybody wants to know why they're pacing and so excitable first thing in the morning. But that's because they're usually waiting on breakfast. As soon as they've had breakfast, this is what they do. They sleep all day, so it's one of those things where I try to show you guys the best of both worlds, but
You're so pretty. I'm gonna see if I can bring you treats later. Yeah.
Kali also really likes enrichment as far as, you know, spice bags and perfume tubes, and sometimes she's a really fun one to give the really large enrichment. We have an enrichment group that gets together every Wednesday night, and they make these amazing elaborate setups out of cardboard boxes and paper. Last year Kali got to choose the winner for the Super Bowl, which was adorable.
Are you ready to sleep?
She is gorgeous.
So ready to sleep.
Let's see, Deb, are you still on here? I think your girl's out being active. We'll walk over to her next, and that's where we'll end this today.
All right, bye, my lady. Bye, gorgeous. I'll come see you a little later, okay?
Yeah, actually her pool is moving quite a bit, so Priya was just swimming. And that's Cameron Lion roaring. I think that's what Priya got out to go investigate.
Hi, Priya.
Where are you going?
Hi, Priya. Where are you going, lady? I'm gonna sneak through this grass. I'm gonna sneak through this grass. Yeah.
This is Priya Tiger.
You gonna go swimming again? Maybe, maybe not.
She might come back if I don't follow her. We'll see how that goes. But this gives you a nice idea of the tiger pools that are here. So they are actually filled from the lake. And if you look out across there, you'll see that we use solar power in order to power their pools. Their pools are constantly recirculating.
Here comes that sneaky girl. Oh, no, I'm not gonna do it. Okay.
You can see how wet her little path is over here from her swimming earlier. She likes to keep her girlish figure, so after she eats, she gets quite a few steps in before she sleeps all day.
Hi, Talker.
So this is Priya Tiger. You can go to bigcatrescue.org/Priya. You know, Alice, we don't actually see a lot of rabbits around here. Occasionally opossums, raccoons, squirrels for sure. But truthfully, the big cats don't do a lot of hunting like that. A, because since they were born in cages and not raised by their mothers, they don't always understand the process of hunting. I think they go after birds more often than anything. But generally it's too small a prey for them and it's not worth the effort, so they don't usually do that. Hi! Now the small cats, that's a different story. Birds, squirrels, all that fun stuff. Morning, Carol. I'm actually just about to end this feed, but Priya was swimming until the moment I walked over here, and then now this is what we're getting.
Priya.
Andrea, that's a good question. I don't know if they really respond to each other or not. Back when we had Joseph Lion, him and Cameron Lion would go back and forth every now and again, but him and Nikita don't always seem to communicate like that. Now, Gabby and Priya will sometimes call back and forth to each other. That's two of our tigers. Well, thank you to whomever donated privately. I know. You're welcome, Lori. I absolutely love getting to bring you guys around and show you some of the cats before and after breakfast. Like I said, you notice before breakfast, they're always up and moving. After breakfast, they sleep for like 20 hours. Unless you've got someone super energetic like Priya here. She's got to keep her girlish figure so she gets her steps in. Natalia Leopard does the same thing. She's got a morning routine. These cats should be able to roam hundreds of square miles a day, but because they were born in cages and can never go free, they've got to get their exercise somehow. It's also why we do so much with our enrichment program. It's why they all have platforms, pools, toys. The enrichment group works really hard to make some just amazing stuff to hand out. They get seasonal enrichment like pumpkins, watermelons, Christmas trees, all that fun stuff. Well, thank you guys all very much for joining. Thank you to everybody who donated today and everybody who shared this feed. That helps Facebook realize that we're doing something important and helps us reach other people that we might not reach otherwise. That's possible, Nicole. They might know each other's calls. I'm sure her name means something, but I'd have to look it up. All of our cats typically come in with names. If they don't, then usually the rescuer gets to choose the name, or occasionally we'll put it out there to the public to help us name them. But if you guys missed this feed, you can go back. It always posts on our Facebook page, as well as our Wildcat Walkabout Show channel. We do put them out there on YouTube as well. And we have an Instagram, so make sure you guys check us out on all those different channels.
All right, Priya, your last drive-by.
Well, that was uneventful. All right, guys. Well, if I missed any questions, I'll try to reach out to you in the comments. I hope you all have an awesome day. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you again soon.